All right, Andrew, you've already built a calculator with Livecode, and I thought maybe the next thing that would help learn Livecode easily, I think, and be kind of interesting and fun to do, would be to make a music player. And so right now what I have, I'm going to save this. Well, I'll explain what I have so far. It's very simple. I haven't done any coding yet. I just put all the stuff on the screen that we're going to be using. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a regular stack. Just go to new stack and default size and get it about this size or so. I have a couple things on here. I have just a regular old field, like a label field, and in the contents I put music location right there. I have a button, and it's quite long, and it's set to transparent on style, and I call it music location. And I'll show you what we're going to do with that later. Then I have three label fields. This one says artist, that one says albums, this one says songs. If you go here to the contents, you can type in what it says right there. Not worry about naming those because we're not going to use them in code at all. And then these three fields, it's right here, it says scrolling field. Just dragged it out into the screen and resized it to fit. I have three of them. One is called artist, one is called albums, and one is called songs. So just lay those out on the screen, and we'll edit them and make them do what we want to then later. Then we have four buttons down here: skip back, play, stop, and skip forward. And the last thing we have is what's called a player, and it's right here on your toolbar, called a player. It plays videos, but it also does music as well. Now with Windows, I think you have to use, I was looking at it earlier, I closed it already. You have to use like a WAV file, W-A-V, or MP3 in Windows. I think you can use WMA, which is Windows Media Audio, I think. There's only a few of them that work, a few different formats of audio files that will play in this player on the Windows platform. If you are writing this in a Mac, it's pretty much unlimited. It does a lot of them because it uses Quick Player then. But anyways, we're in Windows, so we're just going to use, make sure your database has MP3s. Now I'll explain what I have here. On my desktop, I just created a folder called Livecode Music Player, and it's let me go back to my desktop. Livecode Music Player right here. And inside of that folder, I have one folder called Music Database. And before I go any farther, I called this stack Music Player, so it gives it a title up here. Then I'm going to save this as, and we'll go down to that folder. And we'll save it right there as Music Player. Alright, so in my Music Player folder, I have two folders, Music Database and, and a file. One folder and a file, Music Player Livecode. If I go into Music Database, I have three folders. I got C.W. McCall and Doc Watson and Doyle Lawson. If I go inside of each of those folders, I have a CD name. And the C.W. McCall, I had downloaded some songs from him. I have just a few of them right there. So I put them in a folder called Greatest Hits. I have no clue what CD it's from, but theoretically this would be a CD title, and then inside the CD you'd have all your songs. So you see you have inside your music database, immediately you're looking at artist. If you go into the artist, now you're looking at CD titles. If you go into a CD, now you're looking at songs on that CD, tracks. And I have Doyle Lawson. I think I have 3 CDs of him there. Of course, you can have it as big as you want, but that's what we're going to fly with for now. Alright, so I don't know how long I'm getting, but when I click on this button, I want to be able to choose this folder. And then I want it to populate all my music into these 3 different folder, or 3 different, what do you call them, fields. So I think next video I'll show you how to start on the code for this button, and then we'll build a function that goes through all of these and draws them all out.